Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Quacked Out, your channel for all the post-match analysis and previews of IPL matches. You know, today was a game where I thought SRH, not only their old problems came to haunt them back, but also even their strengths deserted them. All of the things which we discussed were great about SRH, which we thought would really make them a great contender to the title. Everything today let them down. What do you think about this, Countainia? What was your overall view of the match? Why did SRH lose today?
You made a good point over there, saying that even their strengths deserted them. That's very well said because if you look at the opening spell by the bowlers or basically the runs considered in the power play, KKR bowlers have just considered 35 runs to the 50 runs considered by SRH bowlers, right? So I guess that's where Nitish Rana got the momentum. Actually, Nitish Rana played a fabulous innings today, and it was smart from Nitish Rana to, in fact, see if you see they were short boundary square, so he made sure to target the short boundaries. All the 4 sixes he hit were towards the fine leg and just the deep square leg region. So he was really smart in picking his shots and picking his gaps. And as you said, the strengths deserted SRH, and I think that's bigger concern than the middle order failure of SRH.
And also another thing, I always think that in a tournament to win it, you need to find solutions, especially in game, because okay, before the game you plan something. For example, the strength of SRH was bowling. You would have planned the power play would go well. We'd pick up 2-3 wickets. Opposition will be on the back foot at the death will block him. But when your planning doesn't go well, when what you consider your strength doesn't remain your strength, how do you find solutions? I think that is what the big teams do, that is what champions do. I thought the main thing was SRH got it wrong. They were unable to find solutions. Like, for example, okay, your bowlers get hit for runs, what should your batsmen do then? They should back the bowlers, right? Do you think if SRH will be put in a similar situation in another match in the tournament, can their batsmen back it up when the bowlers let them down? Do they have it in them?
Yeah.
Does that middle order have it in them?
Actually, more than middle order, I would say the top order. Warner, we always knew, all of us know that SRH has a fragile batting lineup. So if you get Warner, then the pressure will be immediately on SRH, right?
Yeah.
If you're playing against SRH, get Warner, and then you already have an upper hand over there. So that's one thing, and you can't expect Warner to play in every match, even though he's been scoring 500 runs for the past 6 seasons. But still, every batsman, every player is going to have an off day. And mind you, he even got out for a beauty from Prasidh Krishna. Credit to the bowler.
Yeah.
That was a really good ball from Prasidh Krishna. But all in all, I would say every team should, and every team plays to its strengths. SRH strength is its bowling, and if you look at the bowling card over there, that's not a good side. If you look at the bowling card, I don't think the coach would be happy. Four of its frontline bowlers have an economy of 8 and above, and two of its main bowlers, opening bowlers, have an economy of 11. Right? And the pitch, if you say, was the pitch too batting friendly? I don't think so. I mean,
No.
it was not too batting friendly.
No.
And Bhuvneshwar Kumar started off well. His spell in the power play was good, but then he got hit badly in the death overs. And Sandeep Sharma didn't do well in the power play. Natarajan got few Yorkers right, but still one bad over, one or two. He considered 9 runs to 2 overs. I think that hit. So basically, every bowler had one or two. Every bowler bowled one or two bad overs. So I think that's where they kind of they had. I think that's where KK had an upper hand.
And also I think there were small things which made the difference. Like, for example, Andre Russell, he was coming around the wicket, which meant that, the batsman had to hit to the longer side, whereas Bhuvneshwar Kumar was like, he was bowling it in the arc of Dinesh Karthik, and Dinesh Karthik was just sweeping him onto the leg side and stuff, so onto the shorter side. So those were the small things I thought SRH got it wrong. But overall,
What do you think of the four foreign players that SRH has gone with? I mean,
yeah,
David Warner and Rashid Khan was dead set, but Mohammad Nabi I can understand because it was turning track, Chennai turning track, so experienced, handy with the bat, experienced spinner. So I think Mohammad Nabi makes sense. But what do you make of Bairstow over Williamson?
Yeah, I think coming to the foreign players, I think that was a wrong choice because I thought you'd play maybe Abhishek Sharma over Mohammad Nabi because Abhishek Sharma can bat. He's a really good hitter. He's a damn good hitter. Someone
Hmm.
like an Abdul Samad. And then you play Kane Williamson. See, when you play Kane Williamson over there, he becomes sort of a glue between top order and the middle order. And Warner has, you can see more belief in his batting when Kane Williamson is there. He knows there's a guy who will be there till the end almost and whom he can trust. I think now that is absent. Now what is happening is Manish Pandey, if you see, he was slow. To be fair, the numbers might show that Manish Pandey got a 50, but in T20 it doesn't matter if you get a 50 or 40 balls. In fact, if you do that, you're derailing your team. It's a big problem for your team. You have to get runs fast. That is, I think it is bogging down Manish Pandey. You play Kane Williamson, you release Manish Pandey, you release all those players at the bottom. So I think you should play Abhishek Sharma over Mohammad Nabi and
I'm not sure. I'm not sure of selecting Abhishek Sharma over Nabi, but definitely, I think they should have gone with Kane Williamson and also Manish Pandey. Yeah, it's good actually. Manish Pandey and Bairstow they came out to bat at 10. Score was 10-2, right? And team was in a trouble. So they have seen through that difficult phase. And Shakib Al Hasan bowled really well in the power play. The first two overs were tight. He kept it tight. It was nice. Bairstow struggled to pick him up, so that was good. But I'm actually I'm actually surprised that Vijay Shankar came ahead of Abdul Samad,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
when you know you have to chase Abdul Samad is he's a good hitter of the ball, and then I think they should have sent Abdul Samad over Vijay Shankar. So I think that's one mistake they made. But all in all, if you start off with SRH strength is the bowling and the top order batsman, right? David Warner, obviously. So David Warner had an off day, and I think there's nothing much we can look into, but I think it's a power play as well. Because if you see at the end, they lost by 10 runs, and those were the 10-15 runs that SRH has considered more than KKR in the power play.
yeah.
So yeah.
The margin might not seem big, but I think there were some glaring problems that were exposed for SRH, and this could be a major problem for them. And also Bairstow, I don't quite trust him on slower pitches. He's not that good player of spin as he is when the ball is coming onto the bat. So and Kane Williamson is one of the best players of spin in the world.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
He really sweeps well. He has all the shots. He comes down the pitch well. I mean, he has all the shots in the book. He paddles well. So it's simple. I think Bairstow doesn't play, and maybe you play Kane Williamson and play Nabi as well if you're not confident about playing an Abhishek Sharma, perhaps.
But one thing that KKR has really done well, I would say, was the openers. Right?
Yeah,
They really batted well. Everyone was talking that. I mean, last year KKR had the least or the second least run rate in power plays. I
yeah,
think at least in this match, it started off well. Nitish Rana, and I think for me the shot of the day was Shubman's Gill six over the
yeah,
straight
yeah,
six that they hit
yeah. Yeah,
of
it
Natarajan. I
was an
guess it was
excellent
Natarajan,
shot.
right? Yeah, it was an
Yeah,
excellent, like proper classical straight bat shot.
yeah.
But yeah, KKR has done well. Do you see anything where any points where KKR can improve from this match?
Yes,
Even though they have won the game.
I still don't trust that middle order. I mean, especially the hitters, Dinesh Karthik, Owen Morgan, and Russell. If Russell goes out, I don't trust that KKR middle order to chase big totals. So that's a big
Mhm.
problem. And also the depth, I thought KKR were actually poor. Pat Cummins conceded runs, and then Andre Russell, he he did not get hit for runs because SRH were not picking his slow balls up, or else there were
Mhm.
runs for the taking from Andre Russell. You can't trust Pat Cummins and Andre Russell to win you games at the death. For example, against RCB, which you saw, you, the game did not have any business to go that close, but you saw how Bumrah came back and he just wreaked havoc in the death. That is the level you're dealing with in this competition. So I don't trust KKR at that level, especially the death bowling.
So yeah, Nitish Rana started well. Rahul Tripathi. Actually, SRH has done well in the middle overs. At one point, I thought it would easily go past 200 because the way Nitish Rana was batting, and with all the firepower they have got, Andrew Russell, Morgan,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Dinesh Karthik. Dinesh Karthik did well, but Russell and Morgan, they were. I think SRH did well to put them down in the middle overs. But all in all, Udisam is satisfied. Sometimes even though you lose the match, you'll be kind of satisfied with the performance. And this time, even the SRH came close to the total. They lost just by 10 runs.
No,
But I think there are
yes,
too many issues to resolve over there for SRH because the strength is, as we discussed already, bowling and the top order batting.
yeah.
So, yeah, so I think that's
Yeah,
how it is.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was
carry it,
not a
yeah.
match which SRH will be satisfied with. They have major problems of whom to pick, getting that international players combination right. Yes, Warner and Rashid Khan are there. I think even last season they suffered the same thing. Played Bairstow for a couple of matches and then saw the middle order was not clicking. Then they had to bring Kane Williamson back and they were struggling. That actually
Mhm.
caused them, uh, going far in the tournament.
Mhm.
So I think SRH has very glaring issues to look back, and
Actually,
KKR
actually,
also have the
there
issues.
was mhm.
Go
Mhm.
on, go on.
So there was one interesting graphic that was put up during the match, and it said that out of all the deliveries that SRH bowlers bowled, only 22% of the deliveries were hitting the stumps. Like if you see the ball average.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I think,
yeah,
of
yeah,
course, early days, it's tough to say which team is strong and which team is weak, but still, there are so many things that SRH can improve on. So all in all,
yeah,
yeah, that's it, guys. That's a review for SRH versus KKR, where KKR had a really nice win, good start to the tournament. So if you guys agree, if is there anything that you would like to improve, or you guys agree or disagree with this, the sport is all about opinions. So please let us know down there in the comment section.
yeah. It's a game of solutions. It's a game where the team that can find solutions in the toughest of moments will ultimately win the trophy. So SRH really failed in that. I think when their strength
Mm.
was not working out for them. I think that's what ultimately caused the game for them. So I hope you
Mm.
have enjoyed our preview and review, and take care, guys. See you.